everybody, and welcome back to the Crystal Spirit YouTube channel. Today it's time for another deck date where we take a look at a random tarot and oracle deck combination, and I will share with you guys how these two paired up together, if they did well or not, and then we will draw another one for the upcoming week. So there was a long pause in between the last episode and this one, but if you can remember our last episode, we drew this pairing right here. It's the Britts Third Eye Tarot, which you can get on Make Playing Cards. At least that is where I got it. I'm not sure if it's up there still. And the Saltwater Reading Cards by Laura Bowen, published by Rockpool Publishing. This is a mass market deck that you can get quite easily. So a pairing that I wouldn't have thought about pairing together, just because this feels oceany and watery. This feels more airy to me in a way. There are also two complete different art styles. Well, this is more like, I don't want to say it wrong, but this is more like the dot artwork, almost like Aboriginal art, I think, that uses this style. This reminds me more of like manga fiction style artwork. I probably have 100 people out there that are screaming at a screen right now that I should shut up because I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. And that is the case. But I need to describe to you. So yeah, actually let's zoom in. So now it's focusing. What can I say after working with it for a week? I think they do work together, actually. This deck uses a lot of blues as well, so in terms of color palette, they work quite well together, and they both have a refreshing feel to them. Like, of course, with Saltwater, you think about the ocean, you think about a hot summer day, and you're running into the ocean, and it cools you down, it refreshes you in a way. This, with it being more airy, it has, and with its art style, for me, it has also a refreshing view on the tarot. It's pretty RWS based still, but it adds some little details to the cards that I really like and that develop it from the more traditional thing or imagery a little bit further. So it's a refreshing look on some of the cards. And so I think that ties these two decks together. Would I pair it again? Well, it's not a pairing of my choosing. I think I will find some more fitting decks in terms of theme-wise. I have a more ocean-themed tarot deck on my wish list right now that I plan on pair with this oracle deck. And I have some more human-based, modern kind of oracle decks already in my collection as well as on my wish list. That fit the theme of this deck a little bit more. But it wasn't horrible. It was a functional pairing, and I actually liked it more than I thought I would. So if this would come up again, I wouldn't say no to it. I would use it again, but as I said, I have some other decks that are fitting better to these, or that are more fitting partners to these two decks than this pairing is. So, alright then, enough talk about this pairing. Let's see what we are drawing for this week and what we are looking at next week in terms of pairing. So here we are again with the wheel where all of my tarot decks are at, and we are going to spin it right now. And let's see which tarot deck I'm going to work with. The Naked Heart Tarot. That is a deck that I haven't worked with for a long time actually, so I'm excited to get it out again and play. Alright, so in a second we will draw the Oracle deck. So here we are again with the wheel for the Oracle decks, and let's spin it and see what we get. The Vessel Oracle. Alright, so I'm going to get these two decks and then I will share with you guys my first impressions on this pairing. Alright, here we are back with the pairing that we drew for next week or for the upcoming week. The Vessel Oracle, which is by Mary Elizabeth Evans. It is an indie deck. I'm not sure if this is still available. And the Naked Heart Tarot by Gillian C. Wilde, also an indie deck. And I'm also not sure if this is still available. I need to check back on their websites or Etsy shops. Alright, so first thing that came up to mind is both of these decks have a lot of white space. And that is, I think, where these two tie in together, at least aesthetically. Because they are both have these white backgrounds where they did draw or drew the images on. The difference is that you can see, well, this is a little bit more sketchy and abstract and maybe even a little bit surreal and crazy in a way. This is a lot more realistic, also in terms of how she has used the colors to create a three-dimensional effect. So that is a huge difference. But you get these line works with the pentacles or the wands where she hasn't colored it out, which then fit or tie in with the line work, the more sketchy line work that we have in the Vessel Oracle. So, but I actually love the white space on both of these, and I love how even though they are pretty different art styles, they seem to fit together because of that. They seem to tie in and melt together almost because of that white background. As of in terms of color references, what I always like to do is see where we have matching colors in the cards and what that could talk about. That I wouldn't be able to do that with these two decks because this is a more monochromatic deck. It only uses pinks, whites, and blacks, with some exceptions to the rule where we have a little bit of more color. But overall, it is just different kind of pinks. So I won't be able to do that a lot. But I'm interested to see how these work. And I actually think they will work surprisingly well, even though they are so different in terms of theme and of art style as well. Alright, you guys, so I mean, look at that, Fear and Seven of Pentacles. the fear that starts to creep in when we are at that moment of we have all that we were able to do, we have done, and now it's just a waiting phase where we can't do anything more, but we're also not sure if it will develop further or not. So that insecurity, defeat, and the wheel of fortune. Like, and look at that star there has that spirally circle up here because it is defeated. And we have the turning wheel here. I mean, how perfect does that fit together? Self-care and Sky Father, which is the Emperor. And we have the blue clouds in here. We have the sky in here. Support and the universe. That is a pretty gorgeous message. So, alright, I already start to like the messages that these two are bringing forward or to the forefront. So I'm really excited to be using this the upcoming week and to share with you guys my experiences in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here or if you like what I'm seeing. If you haven't already subscribed, it really helps the channel to grow and to develop, and I really appreciate that. Thank you to all of my subscribers for being here with me. And for having the patience and understanding during the pause period here on my channel. And yeah, if you are interested in seeing more of the deck date videos, I will have a link to the playlist in the video description down below where you can see all the previous episodes. And until next time, you guys, bye!